Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by and spending a little bit of your time with me. I really appreciate it. So, without further ado, I'm not going to talk too much in the beginning because I just want to get into it. I'm super extra with my makeup. I have a lot of steps in my routine, and that's just who I am. But sometimes there are times when I don't want to pick up a palette that has 20 shades in it and decide the look that I'm going to do. Although I do love that and I love being creative with my makeup, there are days where I just want to put it on and know what I'm doing and get out the door. And I'm sorry, my cat is licking me right now. Come here, Baxter. We have to take a kitten break for a moment because he loves his mama and he loves being in the videos. And now I'm going to have cat hair all over me, and you know what? I don't care because I love my babies. Right? Here's my Baxter. You want to sit on my lap while I do my makeup? No, he just wanted to say hello. Okay, now that I have cat hair all over me, which is par for the course, and that's okay. As I was saying before, I had to take a kitten break. There are days that I just want to get out the door quickly with my eye makeup. And this NYX quad happens to be one of my favorites because I love the colors that are in it, and they just work so well together. And it's one that I don't have to think about when I'm doing my makeup. I'm like, okay, I know exactly what's going on my eyes, and that's it. So this one is in the color, or I should say the whole palette, whatever you want to call it, is Stunner. And it really is stunning. These can be a little pricey, but you can always get NYX buy one get one 50% off, but it is drugstore, and it's not like we're talking about a $50 palette. So as far as my routine goes, I am going to do my whole face, but I really pared it down to make this quick and easy. As I said, I'm super extra in my skincare and in my makeup routine, but I pared it down to just the basics so that we can make this just a quick little get ready with me. Now I normally use, of course I'm sweaty by the way, so this is going to be interesting. I normally use a ton of serums and different moisturizers, and I layer, but again, I pared it down. But the first thing I'm going to start off with is the Coola Sunless Tan Anti-Aging Serum. It's kind of a two-in-one thing. I can get a little bit of a gradual tan, and it is an anti-aging serum. So we're going to start off with that. It is clear gel, by the way, so you do have to be thorough when you're putting on. It's not like you're going to get super dark or streaky, but you just want to be cautious. It has that classic copper tone smell, which I actually enjoy. While I let that dry for just a little bit, I'm going to go in with a serum for my eyes, because the one thing, sometimes I can just slap on a moisturizer, but the one thing I don't neglect is my eyes, because under my eyes need all the help that they can get. And this is the bioelements quick refiner for eyes. I do have a video on bioelements coming soon as I can get my butt together and gear and film it. This is also a serum, and I just drop it under. And I let that sit just for a little bit. Usually while it's drying, I take a sip of my coffee, because when I get ready, I have to have my coffee next to me. I know, coffee obsessed. Next thing I am going to go in with is my number 7 Protect and Perfect Intense Advanced Day Cream. This does have SPF 30. I always do wear SPF every day, and this one is good enough that I like that it is a 2-in-1. Sorry, I'm back. I had to go wash my hands because I did play with my cat, and I need to go do that. This is very white and sunscreen-like, but it does dissipate. While that is setting in, I do go back with my eye cream. This is the Rhodile Bee Venom eye cream. I don't recommend this. The bee venom, which is the active ingredient, which is supposedly supposed to do something, is all the way at the bottom. I am just not a wasteful person, and I am using it up, and I am almost done with it. I normally use quite a few different eye creams, but again, I'm keeping it simple. Again, everyone's version of simple is different. Some people's simple can be just, you know, slapping on nothing and walking out the door, slapping on moisturizer and mascara and walking out the door, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is just, like I said, my version of simple and getting out the door quickly. It's all up to you. Everybody gets to do you, as I like to say. Actually, go back and I do it twice because my under eyes are super dry and they need to be extra moisturized. The thing I have been testing out is what we got in our BoxyCharm, and is the Dr. Brant Needles No More. I haven't made my final decision yet, but it is an orange tint to it and is supposed to depuff your under eyes. So the reason I'm going fairly simple, and again this is fairly simple for me, is because, ow, I just kicked my darn mirror. I have to go to Home Depot today with my daddy, and we have to try to fix my faucet that is just pouring water. Plumbing is not my thing. Give me electrical, give me, you know, anything but plumbing. I hate plumbing. But my daddy and I are going to do it and try to fix it ourselves today. So I didn't want to look like a glamour queen in Home Depot. Well, maybe I do. You know, maybe it's a good place to pick up guys. I don't know, maybe I ought to think about that one. Now, normally I would go in with like 3 or 4 different primers, but I am just going to use the Dr. Brandt Lumizer primer to keep it simple. This one is a slightly tan consistency, not consistency, color. And it does a decent job at filling my pores, but not as good as some of the other ones I have. This is something I just add because I like to glow and I like to be luminous. This is the NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator. Some people just use this as a highlighter. I kind of put it underneath my foundation. It makes it a little dewier. It has a pink consistency. It may look a little much now, but once I put the foundation on, that goes away. I am going in with the Physicians Formula Healthy Elixir Foundation, the color LN4. As part of my regular routine, I do use my Jouer foundation. Sorry, memory card got full. So, as I was saying, I'm using my Jouer foundation because, again, I always find a way to make things work. I take a little bit of this, and the littlest amount on the back of my hand, and I kind of use it as a concealer. Because it is that full coverage. Next, for concealer, I am using the Naked Skin in medium light all over, and then the Makeup Revolution concealer in C6, just underneath any parts that I want to conceal, bag-wise. I am so tired. I did not sleep well last night, so I don't know if anything's going to cover up these bags. You ever just like let stuff get to you? I try not to. I try to be such a positive person and always looking. I mean, I have a lot of blessings, so I'm really lucky in a lot of ways, but I don't know, sometimes stress just gets to me. And then I feel guilty about the stress getting to me. I don't know. absolutely nothing is covering up these bags today, or the dark circles. Oh well, I'll just have to live with it. And everyone else will just have to deal with it. Because that's just the way it is. I ran out of my setting powder, so I have this Dermablend setting powder in the compact form, which I don't really like using compacts for it, but you use what you got. Because everything is very, very tacky. Obviously I look very ghostly because it's stark white. But it does blend. Even though my concealer looks like crap, because my eyes are just not having it today, I am still going to set it or else it'll look like crap and creasing crap. So I'm going to use my Mercier. I got the little baby one for underneath the eyes. I just set it a teeny tiny bit, or else it'll really look like the Sahara Desert. To continue with the whole keeping it simple, I'm not going to go crazy with contour or anything. I'm just going to kind of bronze all over the face, and I'm going to use the butter bronzer, which I have also found a way to make work again, because I'm not wasting anything I spent my money on. I do, you know, the more I smell it, I actually do really like the smell. I just expected something a lot different from the way people are hyping it up, but yeah, with this one, I don't have to be precise at all because it's the light one and the pigmentation isn't huge, so I just go all over to warm up my face. So it doesn't look like I tried to put bronzer on or anything. It just kind of looks a little tannish. So even though I'm in a bad mood, I hope everyone else is having a great day and that you're doing something fun. So as you can see, it just kind of warms up my face a little bit. For blush, I am actually going to put a little bit of blush on because it just makes me look a little happy. I'm actually going to use the Tarte blush in Party that we just got in our BoxyCharm because I really like it. It's just an everyday pretty blush. Again, you don't have to be super precise with these because although it does have pigment, it shows up, it's just, you know what I mean. I will save my highlighter for the last because even though I'm going simple, your girl's gotta have highlighter. Granted, it won't be blinding highlighter, but I still gotta have highlighter. For my brows, I am going to use the Maybelline Brow Precise Micro Brow Thingy in I don't know what color because they don't put it on here, and it was on the container, and I threw the box out. So, henceforth, it's just a taupey brown. I love this because it's got that teeny, teeny, tiny little point. And yes, even when I'm doing simple makeup, I do have to do my brows. Again, that's just me. Everyone's version of simple is different. But as you can see with the precise point, it's very simple. Who's seen that new brow product? I don't know who makes it, that has like these little spikes. It kind of makes those little brush-like hairs. I'm dying to try that one because this brow does not come in far enough for me, and the way this one does, and I really want to get that and try that out and see how it is. If you guys have used it, let me know. I can always spend a lot longer on my brows, but as you can see, they really didn't take me long, and it just did what I needed it to do. Let's get to the star of the show, which is the NYX Quad. The colors are just gorgeous, but they're neutral enough that you can wear them every day. You can, of course, prime your eyes or not, but if you want to skip this step, you can. First thing I am going to do is take this cream color all over my lid and up to my brow bone. They are very pigmented, so I do tap off. By the way, I did use my Ulta, just it says large eyeshadow brush, just so you know. For my crease color, I am going to use this brown color. I'm using the Morphe M330, one of the only Morphe brushes I actually like. And I'm not going to be super precise, because it's acting as both a transition and a crease color. But I'm going to blend it out really well. These shadows perform tremendously well. I'm going to take my Sigma E35 and I'm just going to blend that a little bit down onto my lid. Next I'm taking the e.l.f. eyeshadow brush with no number on it. It is just a shader. I'm going into this blue. And I'm taking it about over half of my lid. I haven't gotten any fallout whatsoever. And if you notice, I'm not swiping it on, I'm packing it on. If you want to shear it out, then you can use a blending brush and use a sweeping motion. Now I'm actually going to dip into this purpley, it looks actually kind of gray, but it's purpley gray sparkle. And I'm going to press on the inner part of my lid, towards the corner. I'm going to go back in with my Sigma E35. I'm going to take a little bit of that blue again, and I'm just going to kind of blend those two colors together. Using the Vintage Cosmetics brush that we got in our BoxyCharm a while ago, which they call Step 3. It's just a short, firm brush. I'm going to take the brown color, and I'm going to run that underneath my lower lash line. I'm going to use the same brush. I'm going to take a touch of the blue. I'm going to use the fluffy brush again, and I'm going to fluff it out. Finally, I'm going to take my Sigma E47. I'm going to go into that cream shade, and I'm going to run it underneath my brow bone. Now, I'm not going to do an inner corner highlight. Of course you can if you're using your highlighting palette. You can certainly add a touch of that in there. Sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't. Next, I am taking my Sex Kitten liner, which is one of my favorites because it always behaves so well for me. I'm going to do my waterline. The faces we make when we do this. It took me a while to get used to my inner waterline because it's like not always comfortable. You know what I mean? And then simply, I'm not doing anything major with my eyeliner, but I do want to tight line up here. As I said, just a very simple eyeliner. Normally I've been really into priming my eyelashes, but again, if you want to be quick and simple and you don't want to deal with that, that is totally okay. I am using the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Waterproof mascara. Yeah, that's what it is. It's mascara. Got this in my Target box. I love this stuff. And with the L'Oreal Lash Paradise primer that I use, oh my god. Okay, look at the difference. This is one eye compared to this eye. I'm telling you, this stuff is $8.99 and it is phenomenal. Okay, I am going to throw in a little bit of highlighter because I want to. I forgot my highlighter brush, so I'm just going to use my blush brush. This is the Wet n Wild in Precious Petals. It's not like a hugely like bam highlighter, but we don't want that today. Although actually I always want that every day. Just a little something. I am using a Tarte Mini lipsticks. I think this is from the Rainforest of the Sea. It is in the color Shell. I love the packaging. It's so pretty. It's one of those little flat ones. It does get really soft in the summer, so you gotta be really careful. It's not too opaque, it's not too sheer. It's just a pretty glossy balm as I drop everything all over the floor. Of course, normally I would spritz my face with a finishing spray. I didn't bring that with me. I don't feel like getting my tushy up to go and get it. But my friends, this is my quick and easy look. This may be much for some people to do, but for me, as I said, it wasn't so much about the color story of being simple, but more that I don't have to think. I don't have to like think about anything when I'm using this, because this essentially tells you itself what to do. So that was more my thoughts behind it. I tried to simplify the rest of my routine for you so you can see a simplified version of what I do. Now you know how complicated my getting ready version actually is, but I kind of like it. This is great for me. I said my under eyes are looking to me really, really tired. I'm not happy with them, but that's no fault except of my lack of sleep and stress and dehydration currently. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And also, by the way, what do you think of this setup and me doing my makeup? Although it's awkward for me, it's not showing on camera, and I think it's working. Please let me know your thoughts down below if you like this setup and the way I am doing things. And that way, it doesn't matter how uncomfortable I am doing it. It was better than the other one with the table where I couldn't move my arms and everything else. So, anyway, that is it. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for taking your time out of your day to spend some time with me, because this means the absolute world to me. If you haven't subscribed and you would like to, and you enjoy my stuff, that'd be fabulous. But as always, guys, I hope you have an amazing day and amazing week, and I will see you in the next one. Much love, guys. Bye.